one of the co-founders of the Cheeky Panda, and today I'm going to talk to you about building an international brand. So I'd just like to jump into my presentation. Can we see that on the screen? Okay. So what we have done is we've created a brand called the Cheeky Panda, and we make toilet tissue out of bamboo. We've got a wide range of products across 4 categories, which is household, beauty, baby, and business. And one of the things that we found about our business and our brand is that people don't just love the brand, that they actually tell everybody about the brand. And how we've done that is we've created a halo effect. And how you create a halo effect is that you achieve things that haven't been done in your sector before. So we're a B Corp, which is the highest standard of ethical businesses. Our products are cruelty free. They're vegan certified. They're FSC certified. We're carbon zero for our products and have been since 2017. We are in the Sunday Times Fast Tracks ones to watch. We were for the last 3 years we've been in the top UK's 100 startups. So we're currently ranked number 6 in the. In 2018, I was the Essex Entrepreneur of the Year as well, so a little bit of a local acknowledgement there. And our products have been voted Product of the Year. Now, this wasn't created overnight. Back in 2015, when Julie came to me with the idea of creating tissue from bamboo, I said, "Well, why would you do that?" And she said, "Well, bamboo is the world's fastest growing plant." And I said, "Well, that sounds very sensible. Why hasn't somebody else done it?" And we really couldn't figure out, why that was. And we started to explore, well, why, if it's an obvious idea, why don't we do it? So we tested the market. We did a crowdfunder campaign to, make sure that it wasn't just us that thought it was a good idea. And that was a really good way for us to validate the market. It allowed us to see if people that we didn't know thought it was also a good product, and it also helped us raise a bit of capital. So when we launched the product, we'd already come into sales, and additionally, it also allowed us to go to retailers and say there's a demand for our product. So it wasn't just us saying we've got a great product. We actually had, third parties that we'd be interested in buying it. So we started off by selling online. Most of our retailers were. Amazon was one of our first. We were also working with ethical e-commerce vendors like Ethical Superstore or Big Green Smile. And what we found is once we started to get the brand out there, then you started to get an awful lot of very positive reviews. And positive reviews build positive reviews. And once you've getting certain numbers of like sort of 50 reviews or 100 reviews, then that's when other people start to take notice and actually think, well, actually, there's a lot of people say good things about this brand. Perhaps we should list it. So in the end of our first year, we'd done about £100,000 in sales. We found that the operations were getting a bit big for us just to manage ourselves. So we hired someone. We went and raised some investment capital via crowdfunding. So we raised £500,000 in equity. We then started to list with a bigger team of 5 people. We started to work with larger retailers such as Planet Organic, Nature Intended. Following year, with that team, our sales increased by almost 500%, go to £500,000. We started to do international sales as well. We started to do trade shows. And in the trade shows, we were pitching mainly at the UK marketplace, but then we had a Belgian supermarket called BioPlanet come up to us, and we had Irish distributors come up to us, and we had a Dubai distributor come up to us. So it was very quick for us to internationalize. Within just 2 years, we started to get international requirements, and it doesn't really make any difference to us if we were selling goods to the UK or whether we were selling them to Dubai or Belgium, because we're selling a container at a time. So we just move the container there and then work for our partners. Following year, we again massive increase in sales to 1.7 million. We launched with Boots, and we were voted Grocer's top product launch for new sales with our baby wipes. And then last year we did 5.2 million sales, did some more equity investment as well, and we've launched into the USA and China. So we were voted Fast Track's ones to watch with Sunday Times, and we're forecast for this year just to do about shy of 12 million turnover, selling across 25 countries, and with a team of 32 people. So we've kind of done it like with a bootstrapped approach, so that each stage we get to a certain level of turnover, we seek investment, and then we sort of grow. And it's been quite a successful methodology. If we look at the size of our market, and why people are interested in our products, is that the world is sort of trending towards more eco-sustainable products. And when you've got bamboo, which grows much faster than trees, it absorbs more carbon, it produces more oxygen, then it makes an awful lot of sense that people start using this as an alternative resources. As we're sitting in a world of stretched resources, why not use something that grows faster? We've been very fortunate with, and this has kind of been iterative as well, with the amount of coverage that we've had. We've had a lot of coverage with celebrities, whether it's been on Good Morning or Russell Brand's podcasts, where they've talked about the products. We've been covered by pretty much every single newspaper. And in the beginning, we were just writing the news articles ourselves, sending them out. And people are looking for a good story. It's not been done before, it's original, or you're coming out with new products, and people are very happy to start the debate, and that's how you get brand awareness. I think the most important thing for a brand is being able to take a good story, but then get other people to understand the story. And there's whether you're using radio, whether you're using social media, whether you're using traditional media, they're all really good channels to get that discussion going. And our social channels, which you're more than happy to follow on Facebook or Instagram, Cheeky Panda HQ. We've got over 70,000 followers. Our YouTube videos have been seen millions of times. We've got a direct mailing list of over 35,000 people, but it didn't start that way, and it started off with like 10, 20, 50, 100, and you just every single day you just keep working to continue to build it, create good content, create original stories, create things that's systematic in terms of it follows a story. It doesn't just jump from one place to another place. And that's how people really start to adopt the brand. And we're doing some, now you get a bit bigger, you can do some more creative things. So this is our latest one, which we just done a partnership with Edinburgh Zoo. So we sponsor the Panda Cam there, that gets seen by about 10 million people a year. And we've also got a sponsorship actually at the Panda enclosure, and the zoo uses all our products as well as supplies the products for retail as well. So when we look at how to grow, what people are looking for, and it's quite universal. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in London or Paris or Shanghai or New York. There's this thing called macro trends, and understanding what macro trends are, and if you've got products or an idea or service that can sit into this space. And for us, we deal with a conscious consumer. We've got products that make you feel good. We've got products that got less plastic. We've got products that are sustainable. We've got products that are available immediately. And then on the micro, which is more the sort of how does it feel to the individual? The products are really high quality. They're antimicrobial. We have people that use them because they suffer from like hay fever or eczema or IBS, and they find that they actually help them. So if you're looking to grow a business, then you've really got to understand sort of macro and micro trends, and have not only products that sort of fit that, but also a narrative that helps do that. And we sit across 4 channels. We sit e-commerce. We've got our D2C, which is our direct-to-consumer website. We've got retail, which we launched with Waitrose on Monday. So look out for it there if you do shop there. And then we supply via B2B, where we supply a number of large companies. And this is an example of what we are within Amazon. We're #1 bestseller, or in a lot of cases we're Amazon's choice. And I think that's very important when you get to scale. Our website, you can buy different types of products, you can mix and match products, you can subscribe and save, you can get Panda rewards. So it's quite, you know, it's a very sort of hassle-free, very easy e-commerce experience, and we get an awful lot of you know, subscription through that. And then this is a picture of us in retail. This is High Street Kensington in retail. You can see that the impact. And we started off with like one little shelf at the bottom, and then because the sales are so good, then you eventually start to, you know, dominate the shelf and replace other brands from the shelf. And, you know, looking at our B2B side of things, we've got some great clients that we've picked up even during lockdown, even when things have been shut, that when people come back to the office and they're going to be using Cheeky Panda because it's got a carbon zero. It's, you know, it's got that good well-being story that you know, whether the government or whether it's large companies are looking to implement. And we've got a good team as well. You know, myself and Julie were both experienced entrepreneurs before we came into this business. We've got a great team of sort of young people that we sort of train, and we've got an experienced board as well, including Andrew Gordon, who was global head in beauty at Procter & Gamble. So we've got a nice mix between sort of energy and enthusiasm and experience, and we all back it up with good technology at the back end, you know, which does cost money to invest in, and it certainly wasn't something that we put in straight away, but certainly as we go through, we continue to invest into the business so that as you scale more internationally, you can automate an awful lot of things between your sort of back office and your front office, and it just makes it a much more succinct experience. So that is my presentation.